Hello, thanks for clicking on the AkronNewsNow.com update today. I'm Lindsay McCoy bringing you the latest local news. Officers who responded to the 2008 shooting death of Twinsburg officer Joshua McTarian testified in court Tuesday. Ashford Thompson is charged with aggravated murder in McTarian's death. Twinsburg police and fire officers and those from neighboring departments outlined what happened early on the morning of July 13, 2008. And the trial continues today. You can follow the events in the courtroom via our live vlog on AkronNewsNow.com. And we continue our series on fire safety. Every second a fire burns and it doubles in size. That's why it is important that Akron firefighters strive to get on the scene of a blaze within 6 minutes of the first call for help. But defining a response time can make watching the clock a challenge. With more on part 2 of this story, here's AkronNewsNow.com's Tina Kaufman.
Fire response times have, for the most part, seen no significant impact since the city laid off 38 firefighters last October. But making sense of the numbers and how the minutes are counted can be complicated. You can hear full interviews, read more in-depth coverage, and see the numbers for yourself on AkronNewsNow.com. Tomorrow, the Akron Fire Department's response to our disputed numbers.
Thanks, Tina. In other local news, Barberton Mayor Bob Jeanette has called a community meeting for Thursday evening at Barberton High School to discuss the city's budget with residents because revenues are down. Jeanette says that not all bad news will be discussed. He says the city has future development possibilities, and the community meeting is scheduled for 6:30 p.m. at the high school. Barberton's budget is $1.5 million less this year than it was a year ago as the city continues to trim expenses. 2 men are sentenced. The first one is the man accused in the death of a KSU student. Adrian Barker was sentenced to 15 years to life for the death of Christopher Kernich on Tuesday. Barker was found guilty for Kernich's murder in April. And 18-year-old Christopher Duck will be spending the rest of his life behind bars after he was sentenced Tuesday as well for a fatal beating late last year. Those charges stem from the December 27th beating death of 22-year-old Christopher Anderson, who was attacked as he walked along Roland Avenue Northeast. The incident was captured on a neighborhood Crime Watch camera. Authorities are warning of a new scam preying on needy Ohioans via text messages. Now, this scam targets some of the people who are welfare recipients. In the message, they're instructing them to call a phone number where they can enter their account and PIN numbers. Attorney General Richard Cordray says doing so opens the door for fraud. He reminds all consumers to never provide private information to unidentified sources. So far, a total of 10 complaints are linked to this scam in central and southern Ohio. Now, the Ohio Department of Job and Family Services says that it does not text or call assistance recipients for personal information. Well, some interesting news. Akron's peregrine falcon chicks were swooped off a ledge on the 11th floor of the Landmark building downtown so that they could be banded. Damon Greer with the Ohio Division of Wildlife says the 3 males are now identified from about 100 yards away. Greer says the 3-week-old falcons will be able to fly 3 more weeks. As we look at our local forecast today, sunshine is in the forecast. It's going to heat up. We have a high of 84 degrees today, mostly sunny skies. We'll stay in the 80s for Thursday in the Akron area. Just a 30% chance for thunderstorms after the noon hour. As we look at our 5-day forecast, we'll stay in the high 70s for the rest of the week. On Friday, a slight chance for rain and thunderstorms. On your weekend, though, mostly sunny skies. High of 78 on Saturday, 79 on Sunday. You can follow AkronNewsNow.com for the latest local news, sports, weather, and traffic updates 24/7. And you can also check our updates on Facebook and on Twitter, too. For AkronNewsNow.com, I'm Lindsay McCoy. Have a great day.